Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of the show. We're over 415 total episodes. If you can do us a big favor and hit that subscribe button, follow, like, share, give us a thumbs up. All those are helpful for us to reach our new big goal of reaching over 300 countries and over 3,000 cities across this beautiful world that we live on, and that is planet Earth. Right now, we're over 1,000 cities and we're over 100 countries that we're reaching. And you helped us get here. And if you can reach out to 25, 50, 100 of your closest friends, or your contacts in your phone, or followers, on any of our social media channels. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We would greatly appreciate that. And we owe you a debt of gratitude for your demand of this show to continue on and for us to again be here in the early parts of January of 2026 and to already be at 415 episodes at this point. So thank you very much. And then we obviously have our big goal that really aligns with reaching 300 countries and 3,000 cities. We still want to help 3 billion plus people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. So we have big goals. I know we can do it. And with just a little bit of each one of your help, I know I know he can do it. And we want to say how grateful we are to each and every one of you. What we wanted to do here at the beginning of this show is I just I want to show everybody where there's some confusion on where you can find the audio version. Like if you're on the go and you don't have an iHeart app or a Spotify. I want to show you where you can go 24/7, 365, or 366 if it's a leap year. And so we're going to do that. So we're going to start that by doing a screen share. And for those listening, I'll recite so you don't have to worry about anything. So here we're going to do a share, and here we are. Okay. So, this is the site that is available for anybody that has access to the internet. And for those listening, I'm going to just read off the website. So, this is our Voices for Voices specific podcast website. So, again, if you don't have an app, you don't like using apps, that's okay. So we have a great place for you to go to get you exactly what you need and the exact form that you would like to use if you are looking for the audio podcast of our show. So what you're seeing here, obviously, if you're watching, you're seeing what I'm talking about, but I'm just going like kind of like the play-by-play for those that are listening. So you want to go to HTTPS colon forward slash, so just the beginnings, like you go to any website. And then you go to voices. That's VOICES, So all that together is voices for voices spelled out dot BUZZSPROUT.com. So what that spells out after the HTTPS part is voices for voices www.buzzsprout.com. That is voices for voices dot buzzsprout.com. One more time, voices for voices spelled out dot buzzsprout.com. And the buzz is Buzz and then Sprout for buzzsprout.com. So voices for voices dot buzzsprout.com. So that gets you to our again 24/7, 365 site where wherever you're at, you can get our audio podcast. So for those that are just if you're watching, you're seeing me scroll through. You see the Voices for Voices logo as the background, and then you see the cover of our show. It says now showing Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. So that's kind of like the cover. If you want to think of like a CD or music or something like that, that'd be the cover. And then underneath you see merchandise shop, and then there's a URL for that. I'll let you, if you're listening, you can go to the site because there's a couple URLs that uh, are a little bit different in that the way that they're put together. They're a little tricky, so it's easier for you to head to the site and right underneath on the left hand side, you're going to see you scroll down, you're going to see the main cover of our show, and then merchandise shop, and then if you want to support Voices for Voices, you can do that. Then you're going to see Voices for Voices with the R and the circle around it. So that's where we get that protection from the United States Patent and Trade Office. And then you see latest episodes right under that. And you see the most recent episode that we have dropped. So this is the first place that you're going to see and have the ability, you're going to be able to see it on the website, but then you're going to be able to listen to it. This is the very first place that our shows go. So when we do our processes, this is the first place it goes. Buzzsprout is our hosting platform, and so that's where we do titles, we do descriptions, all those things, and so that's where you can find that. And then literally the most recent episode, and then you just click on it, and then it plays and tells you. So we're in season 5. The most recent, as of filming this show, is season 5, episode 416, with a runtime of 34 minutes and 43 seconds. And it even says the date that it was dropped. And this was January 12th, 2026. And then you just scroll down and you'll see I think there's maybe 5 or 6 episodes, and then there'll be in the middle there'll be a button that says see all episodes. You click that, and then you're able to go to town and uh and take a look at all the episodes that we have. So I thought this would be a good place just to talk about here, because there's some confusion, and whether so this is, if you're watching, this is the kind of the wider screen, how it looks. And then regardless if you're on a laptop, a desktop, or if you're on a mobile device, and then this is the mobile device, and has a little more in a compact place, or compact look, and it gets you the same information, gets you the most recent episode, and then you just work your way down. And we felt this was helpful. We did this on and then obviously, and if you haven't followed us, this would be a great place to follow because there's a follow button that you can click, and um, that will have you follow us, and that's exactly what we're looking for. The to have you be in the know of when our mo like another episode is dropped, and so that's what we wanted to do here at the beginning. What we're also going to do is we're gonna I'm gonna go back and do a stop share for a moment. Okay. So as you know, we have been we've been putting books out uh, under Voices for Voices Publishing. In one of the books, this has been something that we've done quite a few TikTok lives, and we haven't had the chance to get they call it a block. So when you're ordering books, it'd be, a box, and if I don't know, maybe there's 50 in a box or 75. This is selling so fast that we haven't been able to get a block of books. But what I do want to do at this moment is show. I was hoping that, okay, maybe this is the best view we're going to get. Okay. So this is The Search for Drake Colton by Ryan Solomon. This is the book that is just flying off bookshelves. He's a 9-year-old author. He's the son of David and Amanda Solomon. Uh, Ryan wanted to write this. He did it on his own. He did it with no pressure, no coercion, nothing. This is all what he wanted to do. And so uh, a 9-year-old author here in the United States is the youngest author that we have. Uh, so there's some memorabilia feel to this as well. Again, this is The Search for Drake Colton. Trying to get it here with this go to this camera and Search for Drake Colton by Ryan Solomon. And again, 9-year-old author, the youngest in the United States, and we believe across the world. We may be if there is somebody somewhere else across the world, let us know. This is just the information we have at this moment in time. Uh, but regardless, it's awesome that a 9-year-old he wanted to do this on his own, and he is going to be receiving the royalties under our agreements that we put together. Uh, so that's that's big to me. That's big to his mom and dad, um, because sometimes there are people who will take advantage of people and not, if they sell books, they won't give them the royalties that come from that. And so the important part is that Ryan will be receiving the royalties for his book. So the search for Drake Colton. So I'm not just going to do this. So if you're listening, I'm holding up the book, and you can type it in your browser, type it in the search. So SEARCH, and then FOR, Drake, DRAKE, Colton, COLTON, and Ryan Solomon, RyanSolomon. And you can buy this on Amazon, you can buy it on Ingram Spark, you can buy it on Walmart.com, I believe also Barnes and Noble and Books a Million. So just wanted to let you know that. And so for those who are viewing or watching this particular episode, I am going to do a screen share to show exactly where and how you can find it. So I'm going to do share screen. We're going to go here and we're going to share, and we are going to go to Amazon. And so here on the left-hand side, if you're watching, if you're listening, again, the search for Drake Colton, the search for Drake Colton, and the author is Ryan Solomon, and it's brought to you by Voices for Voices Publishing. For those who are listening, we'll just read the description to make it nice and clean for everybody, whether you're watching or listening. So here we go. This is all quote from the description on Amazon. From 9-year-old debut author Ryan Solomon comes an exciting demon hunting adventure for kids ages 9 and up, or it could be, I believe we also have, yeah, ages 9 and up. Da, 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 is a story of courage, faith, and leaning and learning on God for wisdom. When Princess Amy's parents, the king and queen, mysteriously vanish, her world is thrown into chaos. Determined to rescue them, she sets out on a dangerous quest to the Oregon coast. There, Amy faces a powerful vampire queen and the sinister she-wolf princess of the underworld. But hope still shines. A boy named Drake Colton may hold the key to discovering who took her parents. Will Amy find him in time, or will the shadows of the underworld stop her before her journey begins? So that is what you will find in the description and on the back cover of The Search for Drake Colton by Ryan Solomon. That is Ryan, and then Solomon, Solomon. And the title of the book is The Search for Drake Colton. Search for search. For is spelled out FOR. Drake is Drake. Colton is Colton. And again, you can buy this on Walmart.com, BarnesandNoble.com, BooksAMillion.com, Amazon.com. And again, 9-year-old author, the youngest author in the United States. And we believe he's the youngest author in the world at this given moment in time. So you can make your purchases at any point you would like. So yeah, we wanted to do these couple of things here at the outset just to um, I'm a visual person, and so I got to thinking that it would be easier if I showed this on the screen and at least uh, spoke the words for those who are on our audio podcast, in case that is something that is interesting. It's very inspiring, even to me, to uh, have Ryan put out this book. It's really incredible at 9 years old that this is what he wants to do or what he wanted to do. It's incredible and it's awesome and it's inspiring. And I believe it will be inspiring to somebody who's watching and listening. Uh, and again, Ryan was not pressured or coerced, even with having a family that is a creative family and creates content. Uh, so we hope you'll pick up a copy or two. and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as we did. And it's brought to you by Voices for Voices Publishing, and that is a new area of Voices for Voices that we have now in 2026. And for a portion of 2025, that's where yeah, so Voices for Voices Publishing. We are just so grateful to have fans, followers, uh, to to have interest in our show. As you hear me say almost all the time, we are a very small organization. Uh, so everything you see that we do is done by like a handful of people. Uh, like Ryan's mom, Amanda, she creates, she writes, she's an author, she writes screenplays, she does a lot of the editing, which is amazing because it's not probably one of the funnest things to do, right? Everybody wants you on the limelight and that and uh she has Enchantment's Embrace. And so that is a book that she has an electronic version on Amazon.com. You can purchase that. So that's Enchantment's Embrace. And that is by author Amanda Solomon. Same last name. And then Amanda is Amanda, Amanda Solomon. So we hope everybody's doing well. The weather here is kind of taking a turn for being a little bit. We're back to winter, I guess. Weather does change literally day to day, and a lot of times it's hour to hour. So we're back in. We just are. Hmm, We again we pray for everybody every day. We pray for us, our families, and you and the rest of the world. Even if you're not a believer, that's okay. We're just putting good vibes out for everybody. But especially in these times and with having a no judgment zone, there's some people that uh they don't have a roof over their head. They have a hard time finding food and clothing to keep them warm when temperatures dip below, and a lot of the overnight shelters are open, and I have donated my time to overnight shelters over the years, and I'll just say it's some of the most rewarding time that I've spent doing service. And maybe that had a little bit to do with, getting Voices for Voices started because I remember through our a group that I'm in, they send an email out and basically say, hey, here, the overnight shelter is going to be open, these particular dates. And I guess I'm not sure, so I don't want to speak on like the exact temperature, but once it dips below a certain temperature at night, then that's when the overnight shelter opens up. And what the overnight shelter is, it's literally just think of I don't know, I guess like a piece of real estate that's like an office, but it's just wide open. There's like no furniture really. Um, and so really there are shower covers or shower liners that are dividing, each client, which are the people who need that are there for the overnight shelter. to stay warm as they can. And so yeah, those are set up. I think I forget what the capacity is, maybe 50. Uh, and and so these individuals, they come and they're served, a meal, and it's all on donations. And there's been times where I've helped in the kitchen, uh, mixing the ingredients up. There's been times where I've what they call a floater or a server, where we have like a cart with the food on plates, and we go to make sure everybody there gets food. And uh, and so there's fruits and vegetables, and so it's a pretty good meal. And they're literally, if you think of, I don't know, I don't think like a yoga mat, but something similar to that, it just maybe a little bit thicker, uh, a little bit of padding, but that's what they rest on overnight. Um, and I mean, there's times where there's been frostbite, and the reason why I say it's rewarding to me, um, is because it really brings, being grateful for things that are so uh, easy to just overlook. And I've done that so much that I'm doing less and less of that now. So happens. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Uh, and so it really humbles a person when you see that, here's people living in and around the same area, and they're able to spend the night. Um there's security, so they all get checked, and for weapons and all that. And there have been weapons that have been found, and they go into the officers, they have the key, and they lock it up, and it's a no judgment zone. It's like, all right. And And so it really just is a humbling experience. And the reason I bring that up now is because the weather is turning back into that time where the overnight shelter is going to start being open for a few days in a row. Um, and so there's a member of the team that they go out, and they, let, I think there's a tent city, let people know, hey, if you want to come, they can't obviously bring drugs and, that. Um, but if they want to come, they get a free bus ticket, a card with the address of what stop to get off on. And I remember one of the last times I did it, just because with Voices for Voices, and I have to, I have to watch my mental health, with what we do. Um, but I remember the one time when I got there, and usually they ask for the volunteers to get on site maybe an hour before the doors open. So then there's a receptionist who writes the name, and then the security check, with the security guards and the police, and uh and then it's some jobs are walking and individuals So, okay, like, is there a certain area you want to be in? And they say, oh, I want to be over here. And so you take them there and then they start getting settled and getting warmed up. But I remember that this time that I'm talking about, referring to, I mean, there was a line of maybe 10 or 15, and I walked in, well, I knocked on the door, and then I was let in, and I was hearing people say, how cold it was and how freezing it was, and it just really puts a different perspective on life. Um, it's no judging. I don't know why and how the people got into their situations. And it's not my place to judge. It's not my place to say, oh, well, you deserve this or anything like that. It's like what we're trying to do here, Voices for Voices, through our shows, and then through our books and other projects that may or may not be coming, uh, is to help people. Uh, because even when I have a down day, uh, my down days are still better than, uh, I'd say most of them are better than what these individuals having a good day. And so it really grounds me when I see the messages that the overnight shelter is opening up. And I recommend anybody that has something similar in their city, if that's something they want to do. Again, it takes, the like a right type of person. It's not it's not glamorous. You're just helping your fellow human beings, warm up and have a few hours overnight, and then like I think it's like 8 or 8:30 in the morning, then they close down, and then it opens back up, in the evening time. If it's like 5 or 6 or so. Uh, so when it's cold out, they're in, they have the opportunity to be inside, um, for those overnight hours. But during the day, as if I'm at my residence, whoever that may be, that I hear the wind howling and everything, and it just kind of stops me in my tracks a little bit. Uh, I don't know, and I see again those messages that they're opening up, and how fortunate I am to be to have a roof over my head, to turn the heat up if I want, or turn it down if I want. Uh, so hopefully this was a little bit of a grounding episode. We talked about the search for Drake Colton, so you can find that again everywhere. Grab a copy or two. Again, that this one's definitely gonna be worth a ton of money, because a 9-year-old author doing it on his own, he wants to do it. Parents didn't force him. Didn't. I mean, I've been around for the pretty much the entire process, and I can attest to that. Um, and then we showed and shared for our individuals who are listening, how they can get to our main website if you don't want to use an app, to listen to our shows, whether you're at home or you're on the go. And that is by going to voicesforvoices.buzzsprout.com. That's voicesforvoices.buzzsprout.com. and the four is spelled out F-O-R, not the number four here. So that is voices for voices dot buzzsprout.com. And then I'll just spell it out one last time. That is VOICES dot BUZZSPROUT.com. And that will get you all of our episodes. You can follow us. Uh, if you can hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube or on Rumble watching or on another platform, hit that subscribe button, follow, like, share, give us a thumbs up, help us reach our big goals of helping uh, at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, and reaching over 300 countries, which we're over 100. So it's very possible, and I know we can do it with your help. And then also, we would like to, one of our other big goals is to reach 3,000 people in 3,000 cities across the world. We're at 1,000 and some change right now. And we just want to say thank you so much for watching and listening to the Voices for Voices podcast and TV show. And until next time, I am your host, Justin Allen Hayes. And thank you so much. And last but not least, if you can reach out to 25 of your closest confidants and in your phone, uh, or on in a group chat, and let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast, that we're third behind the Joe Rogan Experience and the Dan Bongino show. So we're one of the hottest shows, hottest podcasts on the planet. That's just straight up what it's like. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on our next episode. Celebrate all the voices in your life, and let's please be a voice for not only ourselves, but if there's somebody that you know, if you can be a voice for them as well, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. And we love each and every one of you.